I am Grayson. My brother and I started a restaurant a year ago. Business was crazy. We cleared 6 million in 1 year. But me? He gave me only 100 grand.
A prep cook barely makes 2,000 a month. I gave you 100 grand, and only because you're my brother.
I took it with a smile. Then I turned around and leased that rundown, filthy restaurant right across from his. I started my own place. The second my restaurant overtook Iron Anchor, Percy snapped. He smashed his own car hood. He just couldn't wrap his head around it. How did his useless younger brother's restaurant become the most popular place in town? Percy, I've got an opening for a prep cook. $2,000 a month. Business blew up this year. We cleared 6 mil. Here's your share. I took it and counted. Only 100,000, not even a fraction of the restaurant's profit. I put up the money for this restaurant. I did all the live streams and marketing. You're just a line cook. Any bum off the street could do your job. If you weren't my brother, you wouldn't see a dime of this. For a whole year, I worked non-stop, running around, picking out the best suppliers.
Okay, I want to tell you about my restaurant. Just give me 3 minutes, and I'll tell you about my restaurant.
Thank you for providing such high-quality ingredients. You really helped us solve a big problem. I went back and forth between thousands of restaurants, studying what customers really want.
Sir, you've been creeping on our customers for 5 hours. Move along or I'm calling the cops.
Sorry, I'm leaving right now.
And Percy, he just gets a fancy hairstyle and camps out in front of his live stream. 5 people, always the same 5, making a fool of himself over and over again. I put in at least half the work for that 6 million, and that 100,000 Percy gave me. 90,000 of it was just him paying me back for the purchasing money. I'd already fronted all year, but I still took the money.
Thanks.
I turned, pushed the door open, and then Percy called out to me.
The citywide benchmark judging is in 3 days. The mayor is coming to Iron Anchor to try the fatty tuna sushi. Your sashimi is the most popular with customers. So make sure you have a bluefin tuna ready and cut the belly part well.
Okay. See you in 3 days. Good boy. I didn't say a word. Percy never thought I'd be that easy to brush off. And me. I stood in front of that failed restaurant right across the street. The one that couldn't keep up with Iron Anchor and went belly up. Everyone knew it was filthy, broken, a total mess. Percy thought it was a dump, a place only bums would set foot in.
Hello, I'd like to rent this restaurant for 10 years.
Takes guts to rent this spot, kid. Nobody survives across from Iron Anchor. You absolutely sure?
I'm sure.
I walked out after signing the papers, and across the street, Iron Anchor was already partying, getting hyped for the mayor's big arrival. What Percy didn't realize, that award in 3 days. It was about to turn into his worst nightmare. This rundown shop was hidden away. Filthy, pitch, dark, thick layers of grease covered everything. I didn't complain, though inside, I was actually pumped. Percy quickly realized someone had rented that dump across the street again. He got out of his fancy car, saw it was me, and just lost it, laughing so hard he could barely stand.
Grayson, you absolute idiot. I gave you $100,000 and you blow it on this rat hole? Don't you have any idea how good a life 100 grand could have bought you?
I ignored him. Percy started wandering around the restaurant on his own, even pulled out his phone and went live, making exaggerated faces at the camera.
Look at this, folks. Thick, nasty grease all over the tables. This place is so disgusting, I swear even a rat wouldn't come near it.
Then he put his arm around my shoulder and struck a friendly pose for the camera.
Grayson, I'm your older brother. I have to take care of you. You're always welcome back at Iron Anchor. I did fill your old spot for half the pay, but you know how replaceable that kind of job is.
After humiliating me, Percy left the restaurant, satisfied. He had to get ready for the mayor's visit. He had his workers turn the place into a luxurious palace. But one thing he would never understand, a restaurant's true essence is the food. And me, I stayed up late every night, cleaning the restaurant. It was already 3 in the morning when I got home. The light was still on. I caught my reflection in the mirror by the door, covered in dirt, my face exhausted. I panicked. I didn't want my family to worry, but I knew I had to face it eventually. My wife Mia looked at me with concern.
Honey, what happened? Why are you so late?
Percy asked me to clean the kitchen. I didn't have time to wash up.
Mia looked uneasy. She took my hand and pulled me down onto the sofa.
I saw the news. The mayor is going to personally review Iron Anchor. The restaurant you and Percy opened is really making money, big enough to even get the mayor's attention. Did he give you any of it?
Sure, he gave me $100 grand.
Only $100 grand? The news said the place cleared $6 million. That's not fair. You put your whole heart into this restaurant for an entire year. At least half of the credit is yours. How could he do this to you?
Mia, calm down.
Percy is an idiot with his head stuck up in the clouds. Why are you still working for him?
I'm opening my own restaurant.
I support whatever decision you make. Here's 20 grand. Go all in, Grayson. The baby and I will be just fine.
I won't let you down. I swear.
The Industry Benchmark Restaurant Awards were in 2 days. That night, I couldn't sleep at all. What if I let Mia down? The dirty, pitch-black image of Sea Mist Restaurant kept flashing through my mind. I wasn't sure if the changes I made would be enough to pass the inspection. I started doubting whether going solo was the right move, or just a stupid decision made out of anger. I picked up the little notebook I've been keeping for years and sat down at the desk. It is filled with all kinds of customer info and preferences I've recorded, including the mayor's. I once sat in a high-end restaurant and carefully watched how he ate, what he left on his plate. This notebook gives me the confidence that comes from experience. Then suddenly, my phone rang.
What did you say? Sea Mist Restaurant passed the qualification inspection?
This is the best Christmas gift I've ever received. With the license in hand, I'm halfway there. I reached out to the supplier I'd worked so hard to win over before. He'd always seen my potential, and the moment he heard I was opening my own place, he cut ties with Percy on the spot and said yes. You should have gone out on your own a long time ago. I can tell you've got way more ability than that brother of yours. All he knows is flashy tricks. I just sent the supplier off when Percy came back from a night of drinking. If he'd paid even a little attention to his own purchasing, he would have recognized that the guy leaving was his biggest supplier. Maybe then his restaurant would still stand a chance. Too bad. All he cares about is messing with that ridiculous haircut of his in his livestream that never gets more than 5 people. He didn't recognize him at all.
Don't say I never give you a chance. The mayor's coming to Iron Anchor in person tomorrow.
My dear little brother, I'm your only shot at rubbing elbows with big shots like that.
And make sure you bring your wife, Mia. I swear, she's never seen anything this grand in her life.
Percy's laugh was full of contempt. He was sure I couldn't measure up to him in any way. Tomorrow was going to be his day to shine, and at an event like this, his little brother, the one foolish enough to open a restaurant right across from Iron Anchor, would be the perfect person to compare himself to.
I'll be there on time. Here's $10. Go park my car for me.
Everyone believed Iron Anchor would definitely become the industry benchmark. Percy was so sure of it that he boasted and signed a whole year's worth of orders for the future. But he overlooked me, a brother he'd never once seen as a competitor. Insignificant, obedient, beneath notice. When I got home, I told Mia that I was going to Percy's restaurant for the awards event. I could see the worry in her eyes.
No, Grayson, you don't have to go to that awards event tomorrow. Can't you see? He stole the fruits of your hard work, and now he wants to humiliate you in public.
Mia, I've already decided to go. If he tries to embarrass me, I'll forget we're brothers and I'll take his place for good. A place that was always meant to be mine.
Fine. I'll go with you.
Percy hadn't seated the guests yet. He was waiting by the door for something. The moment he saw Mia and me show up, his eyes locked onto us like a radar.
Look, there's my little brother. Let me introduce you all. This is my brother Grayson. He just took over a garbage dump across the street from Iron Anchor and thinks he's going to compete with me.
Percy said it like a joke. All the guests looked at me with contempt in their eyes. Even Mia's smile froze on her face.
You know what Percy nets a year? $6 million. You won't see that kind of money in 10 lifetimes.
You really should just stick with your brother. That way you can at least lap up some of the leftovers.
Don't mind them, Grayson. What they said was harsh, but it's the truth.
That's enough. You're all way out of line. The truth is, he's better than every one of you.
Grayson, control your wife. This isn't the place for a scene. Easy, Mia. I'm fine. Here's my card. You're all welcome to come check out my new restaurant across the street.
Percy looked at me in disbelief. He never expected that after being humiliated
Grayson, what
like
are you
that,
doing here?
I'd still be able to hand out my business card. Everyone looked embarrassed. No one took it.
Grayson, are you seriously expecting these suppliers to visit your dump? Don't be ridiculous.
I smiled and shook my head. I swear, one day they'll be begging to work with me.
These are all Iron Anchor's signature dishes. Everyone, help yourselves.
I could see right through it. The dishes looked exactly the same as before, but the ingredients had changed. Percy always cuts corners with cheap ingredients to save money, but he doesn't understand his customers. Every single one of them has a picky palate. Without my notebook that records every customer's preferences, he can never make the perfect dish. At the table, the guests could already tell something was off with the food, but because they were so eager to flatter Percy, they chose to ignore it. The mayor's personal inspection is the highest honor in the industry. Percy kept bragging about how successful his restaurant had become in just 1 year, how much money he'd made. Mia was so upset, she couldn't even eat. The anger in her eyes could have skinned Percy alive. But that wasn't enough for Percy. He brought me up again.
Grayson, once Iron Anchor takes over the world, you can still come back. I mean, you don't have much skill, just good for a few simple little jobs. But you are my little brother after all.
Percy, you're such a good man. Your brother has a death wish opening a restaurant right across from you, and you're still looking out for him.
Of course. What does a line cook know about running a restaurant? Without Percy, he's nothing.
I was furious. All anyone could see was Percy's winning glow. No one saw the one who'd done all the work behind the scenes. Percy was soaking up the praise, laughing and clinking glasses with those guests. And that was the moment he completely cut off the last bit of mercy I had left for him. The industry benchmark awarded by the mayor can only be my sea mist restaurant. I raised my glass, a calm smile on my face.
You're all right. Everything I do, I learned from Percy, my respected big brother.
The mayor was arriving any minute. Percy told me to go to the kitchen and get ready to cut the bluefin tuna.
Grayson, get your ass to the kitchen and help out. Even though you had the nerve to leave me, I still invited you this important event. And the only reason is because you're my brother.
Percy finished talking and went off to greet the mayor. I looked at the mayor. I knew my chance had come. A year ago, I went through hell to land the supplier with the highest food safety rating.
Percy never understood how important fresh ingredients are to a restaurant. And now that top-tier supplier belongs to me. The one who took over supplying Iron Anchor? Obviously just some crooked merchant faking it.
This tuna smells really weird.
I tried to warn them about quality control, but Percy never listened to a word I said. Grayson, step aside. The new guy here can actually handle a knife. Grayson, you just stand aside and watch. Even for a line cook, you've still got a lot to learn.
Percy didn't care about my skills. He asked me to come to the kitchen only to humiliate me with the new hire, to prove I was good for nothing.
But he had no idea how complicated bluefin tuna is. Without real knife skills, you can't handle it properly. Especially a piece of cheap, low-quality tuna like this.
Percy! You're gonna regret everything you've done today. Swear it.
I'm just trying to make my little brother better. Otherwise, how is he going to support you and the baby in your belly? With that failing restaurant across the street?
I'll learn from him.
After today, one of us will be famous and the other will be a nobody. Grayson, I really feel sorry for you.
That is right. After today, one of us is going to take over the world, and the other is going to fade into obscurity. I watched very carefully. Joss thought I was actually learning, and he even took the time to explain things to me. I smiled. With such lousy technique, that blue-fide tuna was going to end up as nothing but a pile of ruined meat in his hands.
And
Look at this!
The mayor. He hates nothing more than
You
being
call
handed
this a
low
steak?
quality, butchered tuna, like it is no big deal. Percy was in the dining room, chatting up the mayor like he was king of the world. He had no idea his restaurant was heading straight to hell. Joss walked up, carrying a covered platter. Meanwhile, the highest quality bluefin tuna was being delivered to Sea Mist Restaurant, where the expensive head chef I hired was handling the premium tuna, according to the methods written in my notebook.
My dear fans, it's showtime. The mayor is here. Today I'll show the world true top-tier cooking. Some bottom-feeling trash running a cheap diner couldn't even dream of reaching this level. Mr. Mayor, and everyone watching in the live stream, let me introduce you to my good-for-nothing little brother, Grayson. Never been smart, only good for the dirty work in the back. He recently opened some dump called Sea Mist right over there. If you ever feel like your stomach's too full and you need to throw up, feel free to go try his chemical waste.
Percy, you're too soft. Having that guy across the street is polluting our whole neighborhood.
Mr. Mayor, here's my card. I'm good at making otoyu sushi.
Are you crazy? A little place that can't even fit two people in the bathroom, and you think you can hand the mayor your business card?
My restaurant is spotless, and my ingredients are the best. I don't think square footage determines quality. Grayson, stop embarrassing yourself here.
Young man, you have something those greedy businessmen don't. You're calm. I like that.
The mayor sure has a sense of humor. He's just teaching the young generation to stay humble. Grayson, the only reason the mayor hasn't kicked you out is out of respect for me.
Stop any of your pathetic delusions.
Please take a seat.
Mr. Mayor, this is our signature dish, otoro sushi. I promise you'll love it.
Iron Anchor's Otoro Sushi is one of a kind, Mr. Mayor. I guarantee you'll fall for it. The knife work, the technique, absolutely flawless.
In the past, the Otori sushi really was one of a kind. But this time, without top-quality ingredients and skilled knife work, the only thing coming out of that kitchen is a one-of-a-kind piece of garbage.
Oh my god, what the hell is that, garbage?
At that same moment, the Otoro sushi I prepared was being carefully packed up and was already on its way.
We are about to serve the very first dish from Sea Mist Restaurant. Everyone, stay sharp.
Yes.
Percy's prized Otoro sushi was unveiled. Before anyone could admire it, a wave of rotten stench hit the room. His smile vanished. Guests gagged. The mayor slammed his fork down on the table in fury.
Percy, this is the signature dish you've been bragging about? Open your damn eyes! Is this meant for humans?
I held Mia close and watched. Cold. Percy's face went pale. Cold sweat dripped from his temples down into his collar. But he wasn't done. He fell back on his pathetic sales pitch, desperate to cover up the rot.
No, Mr. Mayor, let me explain. This is an oxidation reaction, an advanced aging process for premium tuna.
Advanced aging. No, he just served the mayor cheap. Old meat to cut costs. The live stream was going wild. The whole city was watching him feed garbage to the mayor.
Fine. You're so confident in this process? Then don't waste it. Bring it to him. Eat it, Percy. Every last piece, right now.
No, no,
You're resisting so hard. Is it because you think it's a piece of rotten meat too?
no, Mr. Mayor, I'll prove to you there's nothing wrong with it.
The security guards stepped forward. The cold, intimidating pressure left Percy with no way out. Under the gaze of the citywide live stream, he was forced to swallow that rotten meat like a pathetic stray dog. He skimped on ingredient costs and threw the money away. Now he had to chew up the consequences himself. The mayor's fury was just the beginning. The real ruin of the Iron Anchor was just getting started.
This is the pride of Surla Street, the face of our state's restaurant industry? Percy, you didn't just insult me. You insult the entire food safety laws of this city.
Mr. Mayor, I swear on my life, the sushi is fine. I just drank too much last night. It's my stomach, it's upset.
Percy's excuse sounded pathetic and hollow in front of the mayor and 500 livestream viewers. No one knew better than me. Eating rotten bluefin tuna would cause mackerel poisoning. Soon, Percy showed all the signs. The client who had signed next year's contract with him actually wanted to go help him.
Damn it! You used rotten meat! That's why you're such a mess right now. Percy, you idiot! You just blew the entire award!
No, it's not what you think.
And just like that, Percy's noble image was gone, shattered in front of the live stream and the entire city.
Enough! I want a full investigation of Iron Anchor right now!
Percy wanted to stop it, but he couldn't move. Soon enough, the iron door to Iron Anchor's back storage was violently pushed open. A stench of formaldehyde mixed with rotting blood hit everyone in the face. Cardboard boxes piled up like mountains, their outer layers covered in mold.
Smell is absolutely disgusting.
Just thinking about the food I ate makes me want to strangle Percy with my bare hand.
Percy was dragged to the storage door like a filthy rag. The mayor pointed angrily at the inside of the back room.
This is the best ingredient warehouse in all of New York? Percy, you'd better explain this. Now!
Percy scrambled, saying it was all the supplier's fault, that he was a victim too. Tears streamed down his face as he got all emotional. At first, some people actually believed him. After all, Iron Anchor's reputation had been perfect. That was until a contract signed with the shady supplier was pulled out of a drawer.
$100 a plate and you spent 3 cents on the meat?
Vanity, that's what it was. The money went to the cars, the fancy front, but the food itself, he had zero respect for it.
Mr. Mayor, let me explain. I was just trying to save money. I didn't know the supplier would give me bad meat. I'd give me bad meat.
You didn't know? You're playing games with people's lives!
Percy looked around in despair. Nothing but contempt. And the mayor's fury was even more terrifying than he'd imagined.
If this is the best Surla Street has to offer, then I will shut down every single restaurant on this entire street!
The whole place erupted. Every business owner's face dropped. If the whole street got shut down, they would lose countless future business deals.
Percy, you animal! You want to serve trash, fine, but don't drag the rest of us down with you!
You disgusting little roach! Go to hell!
That is human nature.
When Percy was on top, they were his loyal supporters.
The moment he fell, everyone wanted to kick him.
While he was down, Mia looked worried. She was afraid my restaurant would get caught up in this too. I patted her hand. I'd just gotten my license. I was fully confident I could turn the tide on Surla Street, and if I timed it right, my chef should be here any second.
Percy panicked. Iron Anchor was facing closure, and me, his worthless little brother, bringing in a chef with the very same cut of fish.
Grayson, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Mr. Mayor, before you give up on this street, please give real Surla Street cuisine one chance.
Percy pulled himself up off the floor and stormed over to me, furious.
That garbage from your $500 dump has no place in front of the mayor! I'm warning you. Throw that trash away!
Mia was never one to just take it lying down. The second she heard that, she hauled off and slapped Percy right across the face.
Wipe that disgusting superior look off your face, you arrogant jerk! 3 minutes ago, you were serving the mayor garbage. Whatever my husband has in that box is worth more than you and your whole restaurant ever were!
You dare put your hands on me? You shameless bitch!
The mayor beat me to it. He had his security restrain Percy, then looked at the takeout box in my hand.
I think I'd like to try something made by a man with some composure.
Sea Mist Restaurant. Please enjoy.
I've never seen sashimi with such perfect texture. It's as thin as a leaf.
The aroma's so rich. My mouth is watering.
The live stream went wild, too. The comments were full of curiosity about my food. Because of this turnaround, the viewer count instantly skyrocketed by 10,000.
Tuna of this grade. My supplier swore I was his only client in Manhattan.
Your so-called supply chain is just a transaction. What Grayson earned is the supplier's respect. He deserves to have the best ingredients, way more than your iron anchor ever did.
I watched the mayor's fingertips tremble. That is the instinctive reaction of a true gourmet in the presence of something transcendent. Percy always thought waving his checkbook around on livestream would let him control everything. But he never knew. Some ingredients can't be bought. They choose who deserves them.
My God, the sweetness, the way this fat just dissolves, it's melting on your tongue. Grayson, I take back what I said earlier. This isn't just food. This is art.
This year's industry benchmark restaurant is not this foul-smelling iron anchor. It goes to...
Wait! Sea Mist shouldn't even be in the running. Everyone knows that place is a dump, full of grease and rats. It doesn't even meet basic health and safety standards.
Percy looked at me with that smug expression, like he'd finally cornered the clown. Too bad. This time, the joke was on him.
Save the pity, Grayson. I know you tried really hard to steal first place from me. Too bad. Trying isn't enough. You'll never surpass me, little brother.
Mr. Mayor, it would be my honor to lead the way and show everyone this garbage Dim Grayson calls a restaurant.
That place has been closed for ages. I heard the last owner was so bitter. He poured cooking oil all over the floors on his way out. You can't even walk in there.
That's right. And he left all kinds of expired food in there, too. It's probably a full-blown rat kingdom by now. What right does a dump like that have to call itself a restaurant?
What do we do?
Mr. Mayor, and everyone here, as the owner of Sea Mist Restaurant, I invite you all to come see it for yourselves. You idiot. Get ready to watch your precious restaurant get shut down.
My dear fans, I'm about to show you the most chaotic, filthiest garbage dump on Surla Street. You cannot imagine how absolutely disgusting that place is.
Percy, lying has consequences.
It's totally fake. I guarantee you behind this door, it's nothing but trash and stink.
Grayson.
Just wait and see. Percy's smug smile kept growing, but all of that was about to come to a screeching halt the second I opened that gate.
This is impossible.
Oh my God! In just a few days, that dump has completely changed.
It's so clean and tidy. Way more pleasant to look at than Iron Anchor's tacky, flashy decorations.
Grayson, your taste is just as impressive as your food.
Man, this place is cleaner than an operate room.
I worked around the clock, kneeling on that filthy floor, scrubbing every single crack with a brush. Percy spent his money on those gaudy chandeliers that blind you. I spent mine on every little detail you can touch.
This is all just for show! You can fake the decor, but you can't fake the ingredients! Grayson, you're broke. Your monthly rent is $500. How can you afford top-grade bluefit tuna? I bet that piece he just fed you was the only decent one he's got. His freezer must be packed with cheap frozen garbage. Trash will always be trash. You want to see? I'll show you.
So many. Tuna of this quality, only 3 restaurants in all of New York can get their hands on these.
Percy, take a good look. This is what you call garbage.
No! You must have injected poison into these rotten fish, sprayed them with chemicals!
Who the hell is insulting my fish?
You are...
I worked with Iron Anchor for a whole year. Not once did you bother to remember my name. Percy, you're an absolute idiot.
You're Iron Anchor's biggest supplier from this past year. You traitor! You're the traitor! And premium ingredients should go to people who actually appreciate them.
Mr. Mayor, I'm the largest seafood distributor in California.
I hereby certify that all ingredients used by Sea Mist Restaurant are exclusively supplied through my special channel with the highest A-level safety rate. Mr. Grayson is the most knowledgeable person about ingredients I've ever met. That's why I ended all my contracts with Iron Anchor for him.
Are you insane? I give you millions of dollars a year. What about him? All he got was the lousy $100,000 I threw at him.
After lashing out at the supplier, Percy turned his rage back on me.
Grayson! You ungrateful snake! You took the $100,000 I gave you and used it to steal my supplier and become my enemy? Don't you have any family loyalty at all?
Percy, out of that $100,000, 90,000 was purchasing money I fronted for you.
The remaining 10,000 was what you paid me for 3 years of working my ass off day and night.
You thought you could buy my dignity. I'm taking it back with my own hands. We're even. And don't forget, this supplier was mine from the very beginning.
Percy's eyes went unfocused. It looked like he was finally remembering how hard I worked a year ago, visiting supplier after supplier, screening through thousands of them to find this one. Percy wanted to keep arguing, but fate wasn't going to give him any more chances.
Mr. Mayor, it's not just the ingredients. The entire interior of Iron Anchor is built with the cheapest, most flammable formaldehyde-laden boards just painted over with a layer of gold. Iron Anchor is basically a poison gas chamber that would explode the second it touches fire.
That's disgusting. All for show. Percy, get out of the restaurant industry. Mr. Mayor, I was wrong. I just wanted the restaurant to look better. You risk people's lives just to look good?
Percy's tears rolled down his fake, lying face. He used to throw money in front of me and call me a country bumpkin who'd never seen the world. And now, that live streaming empire he'd so carefully built was collapsing inch by inch in front of a global audience.
I hereby declare Sea Mist Restaurant the industry benchmark restaurant for this year. Effective immediately, Iron Anchor's business license is permanently revoked. All assets are to be seized. Percy is under official investigation for food safety crimes and commercial fraud. Now, throw this cockroach out of here. Grayson, save me. You're my own little brother. Your restaurant is right across the street. You can fix this. You have to.
I gave him a year, a whole year, but all he ever learned was how to put on a show for his live stream.
Grayson! Grayson, I'm begging you. You're tight with the mayor. Please put in a good word for me. You can't let them close my place. That's everything I've got.
Everything you've got, Percy? You call rotten meat and fake gold paint everything you've got?
Just don't shut me down. I'll do anything you want. I'll give you all the shares. You come back and be the boss. I'll work for you. I'll be your line cook.
Percy, do you remember how you humiliated Grayson? You said he was only worth $2,000. You said a homeless guy off the street could replace him.
A year ago, I begged him in the pouring rain just like this to pay the supplier what he owed. He rolled down his car window, blew smoke in my face, and told me I didn't understand business.
Percy, your biggest mistake wasn't greed. It was that you never learnt to respect food. Someone who can make the finest fish smell like death has no place in a kitchen.
You're really gonna just let me die?
For old time's sake, since you want to be a line cook so bad, Sea Mist just happens to be looking for someone to clean the bathrooms. $2,000 a month. And the only reason I'm even offering it to you is out of respect for you being my big brother.
Mr. Grayson, I'm officially transferring my $5 million annual banquet booking to Sea Mist Restaurant. Name your price. Just make sure that Oto Sushi shows up at my event.
Grayson, this is a long-term letter of intent from the Manhattan Restaurant Association. We're willing to pay a 50% premium as long as Sea Mist agrees to be our partner.
3 hours ago, these same people watched Percy humiliate me in front of everyone. They laughed at me, a lowly line cook who didn't know his place.
Now, they're willing to pay double just to beg me for a partnership. Sea Mist will only sign with one partner in the next year. That spot?
You'll have to fight for it yourselves.
I have the strongest capital. That spot belongs to me.
What can you offer besides money? I can provide the biggest advertising and sales channels.
Get lost. This opportunity is mine.
With the mayor's endorsement and the title of Industry Benchmark Restaurant, Sea Mist was plastered all over countless posters.
Customers poured into Sea Mist non-stop. Mia and I opened 3 more locations together. I never held back. I shared everything I knew. Sea Mist will always stand for healthy, delicious food.
All those prepayments that should have gone into Iron Anchor's account, they were now flooding into mine instead.
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes. Grayson, in less than half hour, the prepayments have already topped 3 million. We made it!
Grayson, you deserve this. The restaurant industry doesn't need some performer who only knows how to lie. It needs craftsmen like you. People with soul when it comes to food. This is the contract for government catering for the next year.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you. At that moment, Percy, his face caked with mud, pressed himself against the window like a ghost, watching me sign contract after contract, signing away millions of dollars. Furious, he tried to get in, but the security guard at the door shoved him back, sending him tumbling down the steps.
Get out of my way! That bastard Grayson took everything from me! This was supposed to be mine! Move along! This is no place for a homeless guy!
He was out there watching. I was in here sitting. That single pane of glass was the line between heaven and hell. He used to say that without him, I'd be begging for food in Chinatown. Now, he can't even get past the door of my restaurant.
Grayson! You traitor!
Percy was curled up next to a stinking dumpster. His $1,000 tuxedo was caked with grime. He was too afraid to go home, because all the partners he'd arrogantly signed with before were now turning on him after Iron Anchor got shut down. What awaited him was massive penalty fees and the fury of every single one of those partners.
Hello? Boss, just give me a little more time.
Time? Percy, your old frozen meat got my license revoked. According to the contract, you owe me triple the penalty. That's $2 million. If I don't see that money by tomorrow morning, you can go feed the fish in the Hudson River. Percy, this is James from Seafood Logistics. That industry benchmark prize you promised was total bullshit. I want my shipping fees and the $500,000 penalty. Transfer it now. Otherwise, I'm sending your address to every creditor in Manhattan.
Percy pinned all his remaining hope on live streaming. He begged his viewers to send him money to save Iron Anchor. He made a complete fool of himself, like a stray dog losing every shred of dignity. He did pathetic stunts. He even fought homeless people for food.
No. You felled us garbage for so long. What right does an animal like you have to ask for our forgiveness? Report him. Make him disappear for good. No!
If I hadn't skimped on that 90,000, if I hadn't pushed him away,
that 6 million would have been mine. The mayor's praise would have been mine too.
He finally understood. Losing me wasn't just losing a line cook. It was losing his only brain and his last chance to be a decent human being. The live stream ban was the final straw that broke Percy. He looked at Sea Mist Restaurant, glowing with lights, and finally broke down sobbing.
I was wrong. Grayson, I was really wrong.
Time to pay up.
Here, my love.
No! Grayson, help me! Help me! Ah!
I took Mia out for a nice meal. Because we were so poor last year, I couldn't even feed my pregnant wife decent food more than a few times. Mia, thank you for everything. These past 3 years.
Grayson, I feel like I'm dreaming. A month ago, we were stressing over $500 in rent.
Dreams end, but these numbers don't lie. 3 days ago, I sat here watching Percy throw money around like it was nothing. Now, Sea Mist's weekly revenue alone equals his entire net profit from last year.
Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands. Grayson, the prepayments and net profit, it's over 6 million?
That's just the first week. With the mayor's endorsement, every big name in New York, politicians and socialettes alike is lining up. We're already booked through Christmas next year.
We're rich. We can give our child the best education. We never have to live under Percy's thumb again.
I looked at Mia's excited face. It warmed my heart.
To the future. Cheers.
And Percy? At that very moment, he was huddled next to a dumpster, gnawing on someone else's discarded bread. I moved Mia out of that tiny rental apartment and bought the best estate in the city. Mr. Grayson, this is the most private estate in the entire city. It comes with its own helipad and a top-of-the security system. Do you like it? The sunlight here is beautiful. Perfect for our kid to run around on the grass someday.
I never imagined I'd live in a place like this someday. Grayson, this is too expensive.
Mia, you deserve the best. Just sign it. This will be our family's safe haven. Now, I bought the estate that Percy never even dared to dream of stepping foot in. And him? He's hiding in some dark corner, running from the creditors. The soft opening of Sea Mist Branch was a huge success. We can officially launch the expansion plan now.
Yes, Mr. Grayson. The top 10 commercial districts are all fighting for us to set up there. The contracts are ready.
Tell them this. Sea Mist has only one standard. The finest ingredients, absolute transparency. Percy failed because he looked at his customers and saw cash cows. I succeeded because I treat food like a religion. Expanding the business isn't about hoarding money. It's about letting more people around the world enjoy this food.
Grayson, we're really starting a new life.
The first stop for our expansion? That port Percy always wanted to take over for himself. Goodbye, Grayson. You made it.
You goddamn piece of trash. You actually sold banned meat? Are you even human?
Dad, I was just trying to make money. Who knew that ungrateful snake Grayson would turn on me?
Turn on you? If it weren't for him, we'd all be in prison right now because of you.
We have no place for a beast like you.
I was tasting the finest wine in my estate. Percy was in that old house, taking the beating my parents should have given him long ago. He used to think he was the pride of the family. In truth, he was just a cowardly, rotten parasite.
You're a monster! Get out! Stop hitting me! Grayson is loaded. He's got tens of millions now. Make him help me. You still have the nerve to mention him? When you paid him $2,000, did you ever stop to think he was your little brother? Get out! Go be a line cook out on the streets! Ugh.
His nightmare had only just begun.
What happened at Iron Anchor was a misunderstanding. I already switched suppliers. Just lift the ban, please. Give me one more day.
Mr. Percy, your restaurant is on the national blacklist now. Old frozen meat and formaldehyde-laden decor, those search terms are #1 on Google.
Stop wasting our time. Get out and don't bring that stench into our office.
Reputation takes a year to build and one plate of rotten otoro sushi to destroy.
Lisa! Where are you going? My cards are frozen. You have to help me.
Help you? Percy? Right now you're worse than a homeless guy on the street. These bottles are my appearance fee for putting on that show with you for a year. Don't contact me again. I don't want creditors thinking I'm your partner.
The love he was so proud of? It ran faster than anyone the moment Iron Anchor got shut down.
That's my car! That's my money!
Watching Percy fall apart like this, I couldn't help but feel grateful that the woman by my side is Mia. With nowhere left to go, Percy stole Mom and Dad's retirement savings and borrowed a huge chunk of money from the neighbors. My parents called me to handle it. I bought the most expensive estate in Manhattan, a place with a garden bigger than Percy's entire restaurant. I brought Mia back here to show my parents that their younger son, the one they called just a line cook, was the true pride of the family.
Mom, just $20,000. Give it to me, and I'll pay you back 10 times when I'm back on top. You animal! You stole the money Mom needs for her heart surgery, and you scamped the neighbors. We can't even show our faces outside anymore. Are you gonna drive us crazy?
Grayson, you ungrateful snake. You live in a mansion, wear suits worth tens of thousands, and you just watch your own brother die?
Dad, Mom, here are the keys to your new house, a villa I bought for you on the Upper East Side. It comes with the best in-home doctors. Percy, don't you dare use the word family to disgust me. The moment you stole their retirement money, you should have realized you're already out of this family.
Whoa, money! That's mine! You owe me!
This money is for the neighbors. As for you, Percy, you don't deserve to touch a single cent. I was wearing clothes he could never afford in his lifetime. I was standing at a height he would never reach. And he was down on the ground like a dog, finally realizing he had lost.
Good morning, Mr. Grayson. Thank you for the jobs you've provided. Mr. Grayson, Sea Mist Restaurant is truly the pride of this entire street.
A month ago, when I walked down this street, everyone looked at me like I was a joke. Now, I own half the storefronts on this block, and the looks people give me have gone from contempt to respect. Suddenly, from the end of the street, a sharp scream cut through the air, followed by a sickening crunch.
Oh, $2 million in penalties! You promised to pay today! Where's the money?
He's got money. That's my own brother. Go ask him. He could sneeze and have enough to pay you all off.
A piece of trash like you dares to call him your brother? He just issued a statement in the paper. He's cutting all ties with you.
No money, huh? Then we do it the old way. Let's start with 2 fingers.
I took Mia's hand and stepped through the magnificent doors of Sea Mist Restaurant. Behind me, Percy's screams for help echoed as the debt-keepers dragged him into the shadows.
Please!
Go tell those guys, don't let any blood get spilled in front of my restaurant, and make it quick.
Yes, Mr. Grayson.
From today on, Sea Mist is no longer just a restaurant. We're going to build the most legitimate food supply chain in this city. And the people on Surlate, if they're clean, no tricks, no dirt, I'll double their pay.
Yes, Grayson.
Grayson, congratulations on the new company. I left that loser Percy because I could see you were the real deal, the one who actually gets things done. Grayson, does Sea Mist need a PR director? Or maybe a personal assistant? I know everything you like, just like I knew everything about Percy.
Lisa, you sure knew Percy. You knew exactly how to kick him when he was down. And you know exactly how to crawl back like a parasite the second you smell money.
Miss Lisa, Sea Mist doesn't need an assistant, but we are looking for a cleaner to take out the trash. But take a look at your clothes. I doubt you could even hold a rag steady.
Get this piece of cheap, perfumed garbage out of here. From today on, if she shows up within a kilometer of Sea Mist, call the cops immediately.
Grayson! Don't get cocky! You were just a line cook, too!
I watched her pathetic retreat. In the eyes of opportunists like her, every spot next to me has a price tag. But they don't know. Mia lived with me in that leaky rental apartment. I know for certain. She is the one and only love of my life.
Why do you keep staring at me?
Mia, I think I owe you a grand wedding.
Mr. Grayson, do you take Mia to be your wife, to cherish her in both poverty and wealth?
I do. Today, all those wealthy socialettes who used to mock us as the poor couple are sitting right there in the audience, applauding us with the most flattering cheers. This is the coronation I promised my wife.
Grayson, save me. The debt colluers broke my fingers. I'm in the alley right outside the church. Please, just give me $50,000 one last time.
Is it him?
Someone who doesn't matter. He doesn't get to disturb our wedding.
I'm not going to pile on someone already down. Not out of mercy. He's just not worth my time. But I'm not a pushover either. Kindness needs teeth, or it means nothing.
That was mine. That should have been mine. That $6 million, the fame, the woman, all of it was mine.
I bought the most expensive billboard in Times Square and played my wedding video on loop. Percy watched the screen in fury.
Percy, your big shot brother already said he's stripping you of his last name. You don't even have a surname anymore now.
He's got money! He's got billions! Go kill him! kill him and all that money becomes mine!
Kill him? Grayson is the mayor's right-hand man now. He's got thousands of bodyguards. But your eyeballs are worth something. How about we take them as interest first?
Grayson, you think you've won? Your woman's about to give birth, right? You're going to regret this. I'm going to destroy your happiness completely.
I thought he would just wither away in his despair. I underestimated how deeply greed and jealousy can twist a person's soul. A vicious plan was closing in on me.
Grayson! You live in a mansion worth thousands of square feet, and you're gonna let me freeze to death out here?
Grayson, he is your own brother. Can't you give him one more chance?
A year ago, Percy was throwing money around at Iron Anchor while Mom and Dad lived in that leaky old house. He never once mentioned family. Now that he's drowning, he's using our elderly parents to play the guilt card. That kind of flip just disgusts me even more than that plate of rotten Oto sushi.
Brother, save me! Just transfer 10% of C-Mist shares to me, and the creditors will leave me alone. Mom and Dad, please, say something for me.
Grayson, those debt cleapers are beating Percy half to death.
He still has the strength to beg. He still has the strength to come here. He's perfectly capable of pulling himself out of this mess.
You cold-blooded freak!
You tried to hurt your own little brother?
Mom, Dad, this is the son you wanted me to help. He never once thought of us as family.
I never kick a man when he's down, but I will not repay evil with kindness. In that moment, his last family card was burned to ash by my own hand.
You animal! Now we only have one son, Grayson! Don't you ever show your face in front of us again! No, Mom! Dad! No, Mom!
That hopeless bastard. Grayson, it was our fault for asking you to help him.
Don't worry about it, Mom.
Mr. Grayson, it's bad. While your parents were asleep, a man claiming to be their son forced his way in and took their bags. That animal? Those bags had Mom and Dad's life savings. Their only retirement money.
I thought Percy would just crawl into some corner and wait to die after being exposed. I underestimated how desperate a gambler with nothing left to lose can become. He didn't steal that money to pay off his debts. He stole it to feed his delusional dream of a comeback.
Grayson, we found him. Percy has hooked up with an underground factory in Brooklyn. They produce illegal chemical flavorings that are highly addictive. He's trying to use those poisons to copy C-Mist's taste and force his way back into the market. For a little money, he's willing to do something like this? Get the best medical team in the country. 24-hour care for Mom and Dad. Do whatever it takes to keep them from finding out what that bastard Percy has done. As for Percy, I'm gonna make him pay.
Before, I just wanted to see him broken on the streets. Now, I'm going to take him out myself.
Talk! What did that ungrateful bastard give you? How dare you call him the most conscientious chef in Manhattan on live stream?
He was about to pass out from hunger and I gave him a burger. He's a good man. You're the real demon.
A good man? I'll break the hand that fed him.
You're the real demon.
Percy, go ahead. Touch that hand and see what happens.
Grayson! You think just because you're some big shot now, you're untouchable? This old man insulted me. I'll kill him. Ah, my hand! Grayson, you crazy bastard!
That one's for the burger.
My rule is simple. A kindness, I return it tenfold. A slight, I break the bone, and from that delivered it.
Sir, an apartment on the Upper East Side and a restaurant on Sorelli Street. They're yours now.
Mr. Grayson, this is too much.
This is nothing next to that burger you gave me back then.
Percy lay there in the filthy water, watching the trash he'd just been kicking suddenly become the property owner he'd only ever dreamed of being. Jealousy and pain drove him half insane.
You just wait.
While I sat atop Sea Mist Restaurant, enjoying the rich aroma of premium Wagyu, Percy was hiding in the stinking alleys of the slums, trying to make his last desperate comeback.
You seeing this? This is what real charity looks like. Sea Mist charges thousands for one meal. That's robbery. My Bliss Box is only $9.99. $9.99. Get it while it lasts. You losers, eat it or don't, I don't care. Once I save up enough to buy out the Sea Mist, you could beg for it on your knees. Get lost. All of you haters, get lost.
He had become a complete outcast, despised by the entire internet. He was poisoning those poor people, using that nerve-destroying addictive flavoring to make money, dreaming of making a comeback. He was naive. The foundation of business has never been violent addiction. It's absolute control over the global supply chain.
Grayson, you came to laugh at me? Look at all these people in line. My capital is doubling. Soon I'll be able to buy out your fake little restaurant. What have you got to fight me with?
In Sea Mist Group's name, inform the Global Spice Association. From this moment on, whoever sells 1 gram of spice to any factory connected to Percy will be permanently erased from the global supply chain.
Spice? I've got money, you idiot. I'll just buy some from Chinatown. What? Not just the big suppliers? Even the small workshops are canceling? They're demanding triple the refund? Without spice, I can't cover up the bitterness of all that expired rotten meat. Hello?
Percy, without fire and salt, you can't even cook a plate of garbage.
I cut off his last lifeline.
Leo, you're the person Grayson trusts the most. Just put 1 drop of this vial into his tuna. This $5 million and shares in the new company. It's all yours.
$5 million. Gotta admit, that's tempting.
Good. That arrogant bastard Grayson. He never imagined he'd be betrayed by someone he saved.
Percy, looks like you forgot. Leo was about to go under, and I'm the one who pulled him out. Your filthy money couldn't even buy back the life I saved for him back then.
When I save someone, loyalty is in their blood. Percy's blood? It's pure rotting greed. Trying to buy loyalty with filthy garbage like that is basically him executing whatever intelligence he had left.
Tell me, if you drank that stuff you cooked up yourself, what do you think would happen?
No. Grayson, I'm your own brother. Don't kill me.
Kill you? That would dirty my basement.
Send him back. Crawling in the mud, that's the only thing that suits him.
He took a step against me, so I'll make sure he never walks straight again. His dignity? I've stomped it straight into the gutter.
Starting today, the Sea Mist Group is acquiring every last shop on Surla Street. All of you who didn't follow Percy when he was doing his dirty work, you each receive a 5% in the original shares. I came back to rebuild, not to take revenge. I wanted these honest people to know, follow Grayson, and even a vegetable seller can stand tall and make money right here in Manhattan.
Hurry up. Just give me some bread. I'm starving.
Here. Mr. Grayson specifically asked for this, for some special people. 3-day-old stale ends.
I watched him. He once wanted to starve me. Now, he's only breathing because I choose to throw him scraps. Percy, you're not off the hook yet. That illegal factory's poison? Time for you to take a sip yourself.
Everyone! See Miss Restaurant's so-called natural ingredients are nothing but a lie for the rich! Today, I'm gonna expose Grayson's crimes, monopolizing spices and driving up prices!
Our tech-based food costs only 1% of sea mistas, but tastes exactly the same. Grayson's era is over!
I saw Percy's little circus act on the screen, and it did nothing to me. He's cozying up to those drug manufacturers who skate just inside the law trying to define great food with cheapmickle garbage. He doesn't understand. Real top-tier ingredients are a gift from the earth and the sun, not some molecular arrangement in a lab.
Today, the Sea Mist Group will roll out the Global Restaurant Platinum Standard. Any restaurant that does not meet the natural supply chain audit will be removed from the global procurement whitelist for good. Mr. Grayson's proposal is a beacon for the restaurant industry, and we support it 100%.
While Percy was still in that dark little corner trying to smear my name, I was at the top of the food chain, rewriting the rules of the game. He thinks he's competing with me. The truth is, he's just squirming between my fingers.
Ah! This is impossible! Why would the WTO stand up for a guy who used to be a line cook?
Leo, tell the people next door that my press conference is over. Now, it's time to take out the trash.
Grayson! This is illegal entry. My tech food is the future of the industry.
The future of the industry? This chemical waste that makes people hallucinate?
This bowl of plain congee, made simply with rice from the 40th parallel north and spring water from Crimea. Judges, please.
This is the taste of a mother's cooking. This is the pure warmth of the earth.
Today, I destroyed all his hypocrisy and arrogance with a single bowl of plain congee. A true master chef doesn't need complex recipes. All he needs is a heart that respects nature. Percy's lab-made perfect flavor?
Compared to the real deal,
it's just a toxic fraud.
this is the molecular formula for your synthetic meat. There's a high dose of neural blockers in this. Keep eating it, and you'll go crazy. Percy, this isn't cooking. It's straight up murder. Murderer! Get out of Manhattan! Go to hell, you piece of trash! No, this isn't true. Grayson, you're setting me up.
Percy, the moment you decided to poison the world with your drugs, the gates of hell were already open for you.
Percy knelt on the ground, covered in filth, clinging to his father's legs and wailing. His illegal lab had just been raided by the police. He was now a wanted criminal across the country.
Dad, Mom, save me! Grayson is gonna kill me! He's gonna throw me into the meat grinder with all those creditors!
Percy, you are still my eldest son after all. Grayson, could you maybe...
Mom, even now you still think he just made a mistake? The first one, this is the pension transfer authorization he personally signed while you were both in the hospital. The second one, this is the contract where he mortgaged this family home to underground loan sharks behind your backs.
You animal! You even stole our funeral fund! Do you want the two of us to die on the street?
Dad, I was trying to make a comeback. Once my chemical sauce sells, I could buy you 100 penthouses.
Go. Just go, Percy. I don't have a son like you anymore.
Percy, the biggest mistake you ever made was treating everyone around you as sacrificial lambs for your own success.
Starting today, you are out of this family. Percy, do you remember what you said? That one of us would take over the world and the other would fade into obscurity? I'm going to make sure you watch me take over the world.
Grayson! You goddamn bastard!
Grayson, you said you wanted to settle family accounts on this day. If you don't have solid evidence, you know the consequences.
The Thorne family rule is pragmatism.
But in this man's hands,
rules are just a cover-up for his greed.
A year ago, Percy stood at a family gathering and mocked these hands of mine, saying they were only good for holding a kitchen knife. Today, I'm not just taking back my dignity. I'm tearing apart his lies with my own hands. He thought being family would save him, like a free pass. What he didn't know is that before absolute rules, every single betrayal comes with a price.
First crime, exploitation.
In the 3 years at Iron Anchor, he withheld $90,000 of my front procurement payment and treated me like cheap labor. Second crime, poisoning. He colluded with chemical companies and added nerve-blocking agents to the ingredients. This is a direct assault on the 100-year reputation. Third crime, attempted murder. He tried to attack and harm me.
Oh! You animal! You dared to harm your own brother?
Fourth crime, and the most unforgivable one, embezzlement. While our parents were in the hospital, he stole their pension and mortgaged the family home. He tried to push the very people who raised him into the Hudson River.
No, that was all for business. Grayson, you're insane.
Evidence is cold, but people's hearts are hot. The moment those 4 crimes came together, to these elders, he was no longer the hope of the family. He was a rotting sword that had to be cut out.
You worthless bastard! What do you have to say for yourself?
Elder, even if I was wrong, I'm the only business genius in this family. Grayson is just a cook. He can't protect the family's legacy.
A business genius? Parsi, all your so-called management is just chasing internet fame while clinging to the dying Iron Anchor restaurant.
This is Seamist Group's valuation. $100 billion. I don't just control 1/3 of the top-tier supply chain. I also have the industry medal personally awarded by the World Trade Organization. I wasn't showing them money, but absolute dominance. In this world, capital speaks, and the highest level of capital, it makes people kneel. Percy thought he was running a business. Me? I'm running an era. When I spread out these reports enough to buy half of New York, his pathetic little assets wouldn't even be enough to pay my taxes.
100 billion? Grayson, you did this in just 1 year? Please, Mr. Grayson.
Take your place as the head of the family. That's mine. That was supposed to be mine. Grayson, what right do you have? You lowly line cook.
Percy, take a good look. In this world, the strong make the rules. The weak just wait to die. I stand at the summit, looking down at him. He once wanted me to kneel. Now, he wasn't even worthy to lift his head and look at me.
Thorn Percy, from this moment on, you no longer carry the Thorn name. You are out of this family.
No, you can't tear it. I am a Thorn. I have Thorn blood running through my veins.
Without the family, the creditors would tear Percy to pieces. I knew that, and I didn't help it.
Percy, the moment you stole Mum and Dad's pension, you had no blood relation left. I watched that page get consumed by the flames, turning to ash. In Thorn family tradition, being expelled means social death. From now on, he is no one's son, no one's brother. As a nameless nobody in the filthiest sewers, he will pay back every blood bet he owed.
I want you to live as a man with no name.
Grayson! You bastard! Without my $100,000, you'd still be a cockroach in the gutter. A pathetic, lowly line cook.
From this day forward, the Thorn family has no Percy.
I looked up at the skyscrapers in the distance.
No money? Then pay with your life. The Thorn family has already thrown you away like garbage. Right now, you're worse than the rats this alley.
Please, just give me one more day, just one day. Grayson has money. He has hundreds of billions. He could pluck a hair off his body and it would be enough to pay you all back.
In Manhattan, the highest form of rejection isn't insults. It's silence. Right now, I'm sitting within arm reach of him, but I can't even be bothered to lift a finger. The moment he stole our parents' last bit of survival money, he lost even the right to die inside my thoughts.
Grayson! My good little brother! Save me! They want my organs! They're gonna chop me up and feed me to the fish! Give me $1 million! No, 500,000, just that much!
Percy used to say that money was the only true faith in this world. Since he loves money so much, I'll let him feel what it's like when that money becomes a pile of stones crushing his spine.
Percy, this is the money you owe us, the price of our sweat, our blood. Take these bills and crawl back to your hell! Money! My money! Grayson, you finally gave me money! I win!
Percy, take a good look. The thing you treat as your religion, to me, it's just spare change for trash.
I used to be a line cook worth only $2,000. Now I've made him understand. In front of absolute skill and absolute rules, all a greedy man will ever get is a pile of worthless paper. Listen up, everyone. From today on, there's only one standard on Manhattan's dining tables. The Sea Mist Ethical Chef Standard. Any chef who makes it onto Sea Mist's whitelist, I will personally vouch for their professional integrity. In return, Sea Mist guarantees their salary will double. But if anyone dares to put even 1 gram of dirty ingredients into their food, I promise you, they will never have the chance to pick up a pair of chopsticks again. Grayson, you're absolutely right. Now that you've laid down the rules, none of us would dare to think otherwise. We'll do everything according to Sea Mist rules.
Joss, Grayson asked me to tell you something. Since you loved helping Percy handle all that rotten, dirty meat back in the day, you can take on the dirtiest, most disgusting jobs all by yourself for the rest of your life.
Grayson! I really know I was wrong. I was just following orders. Please, let me go back to cutting vegetables. I don't even need money. Just let me back into a kitchen.
Go back to cutting vegetables? Jaws, you're way too naive. You've been blacklisted by the entire restaurant industry.
No!
New York is just the beginning.
Grayson, look how soundly the baby is sleeping.
He's going to inherit everything I've built. Try this.
I've given Mia the most precious love in the world, because she was there for me when the road was darkest. This single piece of satimi is worth a fortune, but it still can't compare to the hug she gave me back then.
That was mine. That should have been my spot.
Leo, the flies outside are too noisy. Clean them up.
On opposite sides of a fence, worlds apart.
Grayson, I knew it. I knew you would come back.
Professor, if it weren't for that hard bread you gave me back then, I wouldn't have made it until Sea Mist opened. On behalf of the Sea Mist Group, I am donating $10 billion. Not just for the school, but to honor Professor Smith's craftsmanship.
Grayson, does the Research Institute need any logistics staff? We haven't been doing well these past few years. For old time's sake.
I remember you. You said back then that I was only fit to clean your toilets.
That was a joke. Grayson, we'd take any job, even a janitor at the Research Institute.
Tell HR every single position at the Research Institute, from security to cleaning staff to the guys mowing the lawn, I have to interview them personally.
I watched the fear and greed in their eyes and I felt nothing. Class? It used to be their weapon for bullying me. Now, it's my shackles for judging them.
Sir, I used to run a restaurant. I know a lot about trash sorting. Please, just give me a job so I can eat.
Alert. Blacklisted individual detected. Percy. Permission level permanently banned.
Get lost! Every single business under Sea Mist, even our trash dump, won't take scum like you. Grayson! You can't do this to me! I'm your own brother!
I bought up all the trash processing rights in Manhattan, not just for the monopoly,
but to make sure certain scumbags have nowhere left to hide in this city.
He once said I was a line cook who could be replaced by any homeless guy off the street. Now, he doesn't even qualify to be a sorter. The AI recognition system upgrade looks good. Give the tech department a bonus.
The struggles of a clown like this aren't even worth a second of my anger anymore. His misery is just background noise on my way to the top.
In the old era of the food industry, the exploiters believed that as long as they controlled the capital, they could run over skill and destroy a chef's soul. But the rise of Sea Mist is here to tell everyone in this room, I am rewriting the rules. The exploiters will eventually be abandoned by the times, but the craftsmen who protect the soul, they will be crowned kings. I wasn't just giving a speech. I was declaring war on this cold-blooded world of capital. A year ago, they were Percy's guests of honor, laughing as I got thrown out on my ass. Today, with Sea Mist standards, I've put a shackle called conscience around every single one of their necks.
Grayson, Sea Mist Group's valuation can no longer be measured by money. What is your next goal?
My goal is to make sure there is no more soil in this world for a cancer like Percy to grow. I saw it in the eyes of those tycoons who once seemed untouchable, a fear they've never felt before. The underdog's rise isn't a myth. It's the judgment I wrote with my own hands.
Grayson! I'm cooperating. I'll tell you everything. 3 months ago, that maniac Percy bribed one of our lab technicians. He took high-concentration, harmful chemicals.
Make it clear.
He wants to destroy Sea Mist's air. He's planning to put harmful substances in that batch of special supply milk powder.
I thought stripping him of his name and letting him rot in the gutter like a rat was my final act of mercy. But I underestimated how vicious a mad dog can be. He dared to reach his filthy hands towards my child. Leo, go take care of something.
Please give your orders, Mr. Grayson.
Mobilize the global legal team.
Yes, sir.
I want Percy to spend the rest of his life in the coldest, darkest prison cell they can find. Tell the warden, I don't want him dead. I want him to accidentally live to be 100 every single day, surrounded by sickness and the torture of those creditors,
watching the glory of my Sea Mist restaurant shine in the sunlight,
blinding him from behind those bars. Since he doesn't want to be human, I'll send him to real hell. I want him to live in endless regret, a dying flame in the depths of hell.
Defendant Percy, on multiple counts, including food safety violations, attempted harm, malicious tempering, and massive fraud, you are hereby sentenced to life in prison without parole.
No! I won't accept this! Grayson, you devil! You manipulated everything!
A year ago, I begged him in the rain to leave Mom and Dad some money for their medical bees. He tore my dignity to shreds in public, and now he wants to talk about blood? The moment he reached for Mom and Dad's pension, the moment he reached for my baby's milk powder, he cut that vein with his own hands.
Grayson, all that mess in Manhattan, it's finally over.
We were blind back then. It was our fault.
Mom, it's all in the past.
I watched the relieved smiles on my parents' faces. Finally, they were free from that nightmare. Percy is counting lice in a cold prison cell. And my family? We're standing in the sunlight.
He rewrote how this industry exploits people. He protected the soul of ingredients. Now let us welcome the world's top culinary leader, Grayson!
Today, this trophy doesn't belong to me alone. It belongs to everyone. I'm not standing here to enjoy some empty fame. I'm here to issue the new Sea Mist decree. These people, they were once exploited by Percy at Ironmonger. I announced that Sea Mist Group will set up a $1 billion support fund.
Every frontline employee who suffered exploitation, as long as you pass the assessment,
Sea Mist will grant you the right to open a franchise free.
Long live Grayson!
This is what a real slap in the face looks like. I'm going to make Percy watch on TV. All those people he called homeless bums are becoming millionaires under my wing. And him? He can't even afford a roll of toilet paper.
Grayson, 2/3 of the Michelin restaurants around the world have already applied to join the Sea Mist certification standard.
Then let them wait in line. We make the rules. 1 year ago, I was at the other end of this city holding only $10,000, the money I'd bled for. Now, this building beneath my feet, plus thousands of branches around the world, my net worth has exceeded $100 billion. And this Manhattan reeking of money, I use the most humble skills to level every injustice.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking that poor kid who rented that $500 dump had pretty good taste.
That was the best investment in the world.
The name Percy has been burned to ash from the family tree and erased from this city's history. From now on, no more Iron Anchor in Manhattan, only Sea Mist. Survival of the fittest was the old rule. My rule? Let the ones with soul rise to the top. I'm Grayson. The Sea Mist era never ends.